As promised, I brought my magnifying glass today. Hello everyone, welcome to the regular, fantastic, top of the vidIQ checklist every single week. The channel reviews here every Tuesday at 11 Pacific Standard Time for all of you folks to join in and have your channel reviews, depending on whether or not you've contributed magnificently to the vidIQ community. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Wilson. If you're not familiar with who I am the video guy here at vidIQ. And if you're not sure what vidIQ is, it's a tool that helps you grow your channel through researching YouTube with analytics, unearthing your own data, and taking action on those things that will help you grow your channel. And one of the ways we do that is through these regular channel reviews every Tuesday. So first things first, if you enjoy this video, you don't have to do it yet, but if you do find this video useful, please do give it a thumbs up. If you are watching on a replay of this live stream, then do please jump forward about 5 to 7 minutes where we actually go into some channel reviews. And if you are watching in a live stream, then please do share it with the rest of the world so that they can help and benefit from all of the suggestions, tactics, strategies that both myself and you, hopefully, in the, yes, I've got my pointing right today, in the chat here as well, because this is a community effort. I will be reviewing channels and showing all the thumbnails, channel banners, but you folks will also be posting fantastic comments in the chat to help us with everybody's channels. And the more you do that, the better chance you have of being picked next for a channel review, which is done by our lovely moderators every week. I see Doberman and Extra Sessions Media are in there, and anybody else who joins from the moderating crew, I really do appreciate it. So here we go then, folks. This is what we look for when we are doing channel reviews every week. I'm always looking for, as a make-believe, pretend viewer, I'm trying to find out what your channel is about and why should I be watching it. So this is the usual strategy of who should be watching and why should they care. If I can't work that out as somebody who's specifically looking for these things in this live stream, then how do you expect your audience to be able to do the same? And that's through what you're really passionate about. When passion comes through on your content, your audience will be able to see that. And as long as you're keeping on topic with the passions that your audience have, then you should be able to keep that audience, turn them into subscribers, super fans, and whatever comes after that. Maybe some live signatures in some conferences that you might turn up at. I don't know. I'm waffling a bit there, but the way we find out who should be watching and why should we care is through the channel health, channel branding. Are you posting videos on a regular, consistent basis? Does the message seem to be consistent throughout all of your branding on your channel? Are you branding your thumbnails? Can I pick out your thumbnails versus a whole slew of other thumbnails from other video creators? That's always something that's really interesting to see on channels, and that's where we look at the channel layout. Are you putting videos into playlists? Are you structuring your content, building the foundations of what your channel is about? Then we'll go into a bit more specific detail, perhaps look at video titles, tags, and descriptions. Are you optimizing your video to the best possible standards to make it as discoverable as possible on YouTube? And I've got a brand new exciting tool to show you today from vidIQ regarding that, and this is 100% free, and I'm hoping you will have your jaws open, stunned look when I show it to you. And after looking at a bit of your video content, we'll look at audience and engagement. Are you getting comments? Are you provoking an emotional response to your content? Sometimes the best comments can be negative ones. As daft as that sounds, at least you're causing your audience to react to your content rather than no comments, interaction whatsoever. And of course, when you get these comments, are you actually responding to them to drive up your own engagement? Remember, if you get 5 comments and respond to all 5 of them, that doubles your engagement rate just by taking the time to look at what your audience is telling you. And of course, at the bottom here, we always have the usual other points of interest, because there's always interesting things that come up from channels when I'm looking through them, and I can't cover everything in the bullet points. So that's the general gist of what we do here when we're doing channel reviews. And channel reviews tend to last between 10 to 20 minutes at this point. I always say that I want to be more efficient, but then once we get into channels and find interesting stuff, it's always useful to just show you everything that I'm finding. Now, moderators, they know that I already have the first channel lined up ready to review. And once we do that first channel review, we'll be looking at the comments and finding out who we should look at next for the channel reviews. So let's kick this off with the first channel, which is going to be, if it's on screen properly, here we go. My technology is working at the moment. We are looking at Tara Support. Now, this person has been a big, long-time contributor to vidIQ, with posting comments on all sorts of videos, so it doesn't have to just be in the live streams where you're contributing. It can be through comments, so I'm always keeping an eye on that as well. Let's start looking at the channel. First of all, Tara Supports. What does that mean exactly? A little bit of background to this channel. I know that this channel is from a video creator in Pakistan. So does Tara in the language mean something? And support, does that mean you're some sort of tech support or supporting people with a certain topic or aspect? That's what I'm not particularly sure of on your channel name. Your banner does give a bit of context, that here we have a train, and then if we look at the description on your channel trailer, it says your hobby is to explore mine country by roads and train routes. So it sounds like some sort of transport travel channel. Maybe you want to think about giving your channel name a bit more of that type of vibe, that it's a travel type of channel. And this avatar here, it confused me a little bit. It kind of indicates that this channel may be about potentially camping or traveling in the woods in some way with a backpack on. So maybe you want to think about rebranding your channel in terms of your avatar, potentially. You might find out a little more as we look at the channel in more detail. Just quickly have a look at the About area. You want to show real Pakistan. Your hobby is traveling by train and riding on motorbikes, and watching your journeys documentary style. Okay, so there's a fairly clear value there, proposition. So maybe include some of that aspect in your channel banner. This is just an image of a train, so people might be mistaken for thinking that this is just a channel about trains, but it's specifically about traveling in Pakistan. So you may want to include the outline of your country, perhaps. Some more visual clues to what your channel is potentially about, just as some first pieces of advice. Good stats here that you have 4,000 subscribers and you have 800,000 views, and you joined YouTube just over a year ago. So that's some really good progress in your first year as a video creator. You've probably got some semi-viral videos here, or videos that have done very well for your channel. So we'll try and find out what they are in a short while. Let's go back to your homepage now, and we'll see if the trailer tells us a bit more about your channel. When it loads up, of course.
Welcome to Tara Sport. You will watch on this channel.
Things I like about the trailer is that, first of all, you introduce the channel in the first 5 seconds, and then you have a nice amount of B-roll on here, which is jumping from clip to clip, so we get an idea of there's some road travel here, some train travel. What I might like is maybe a bit more narration from you as a video creator, perhaps potentially being in front of camera to tell us a bit more about your channel, and looking at the video length here, it's like 3 minutes 28. I would probably want to know more about your channel within the first 45 seconds, and then have it done there. But you have a trailer, and we're seeing some things pretty early on here, which gives an indication of what your channel is about. So yeah, just more reinforcing of this channel trailer, the B-roll, the different clips, kind of merged it into the channel banner if you could potentially do so. Playlist-wise, you've got popular playlists at the top, and we can see you have some 100,000 view videos. Fantastic work there. Let's see what else we have. So you've got most recent uploads, so we know that you're uploading consistencies, every week, roughly, every 2 weeks, but some good view counts here for a 4,000 subscriber channel. 24,000 views there, 4,000 views there, 2,500 views there. So it seems like a channel that's healthy, certainly. And then you've got created playlists there at the bottom. So again, a potential extra tip here would be to add a new playlist, which is welcome to my channel. Here's what we do here, and have a good mix of the different content that you produce. But relatively speaking, we're okay there. Let's have a look at some videos now. So what the immediate question I would be asking here is, are you branding your channel? So I can see that we have a tiny thumbnail, tiny avatar here in the top right or left hand corner. You probably want to make that bigger, because as you can see on the thumbnail, when it's shrunk down to thumbnail size, it's barely visible, the thumbnail here. And some of these thumbnails are perhaps a little bit bland here, like this one here. It looks like some silos in the background, but it does just look like potentially a freeze frame from the video. This one here, just a picture of a road with some mountains and a truck. So again, perhaps losing a bit of an opportunity here to have more of an impact. I mean, just looking very briefly here, when you have something that's definitely the focus of the thumbnail. So, for example, here with a train on a bridge, here with a big tractor that we can see, another one here with a clearly identifiable train, and this one here, which is a nice thumbnail image, you're getting more views. It certainly looks like here. Whereas the ones where the thumbnail is perhaps a little less clear, such as this one with a person with a silhouette, but don't really know who it is, and like the mountain, your view counts are a little lower, but there's a big change in view counts here. Like this one here, trekking in this location, only brought in 500 views, so it looks as if your audience didn't really react very well to a trekking video versus train travel, which really seems to be your strong suit here. But we'll sort out your videos by most popular, and the theme definitely seems to be, if we can confirm this, so train video, traveling on train tracks. But there are several videos here that are doing very well. Train ones and tractor ones seem to be the most successful ones. Now, I would say here that this is one of these emerging YouTube markets where you've hit the ground running, and you've got in there and you've established yourself early, which is fantastic, and you're getting all of these big view counts on certain videos. I would say now you need to start thinking of the next steps here of how to really brand your content and make sure that when people are looking at Tara Support, they know that it's your videos, because you will probably see in maybe a year, 2 or 3 years time, that as more video creators in your country start to discover YouTube and create content, they will be catching you up, and if you stand still, then just be worried that the content that's doing really successfully now won't do as successful, because people with a bit more brand savvy content or higher production values may overtake you. So I think brilliant. You're there first. You're one of the pioneers. It looks like it feels as if you have this market of traveling in Pakistan on trains and stuff nailed down. So just keep working at it as hard as you can and improving the video fundamentals here to make sure that you continue to do well. Right, I want to pick a standard video just to see what your metadata is like. This is kind of what YouTube was like maybe 5-6 years ago in the US, UK, Australia, Canada, where video creators were producing content, and because they were the first ones there, they were really able to grow their channels quickly. But now it's so much harder. So this is a fantastic work to establish yourself early, it seems like. All right, I want to pick an average video. So let's go for... And yeah, just noticing as well, in the last couple of months, your view counts have been phenomenal as well. So whatever you're doing right. So keep it up, Tara Support. I'm going to choose this one. It does have a lower view count. And we'll just let this play for about 30 seconds and see what we find.
In this video, you will watch Pakistan Rail.
Just waiting for the internet to catch up here.
Victoria Bridge, Malkwal Kushab branch line, and kids' first time journey on.
I'm going to pause that and let that just download some of the video a bit, so we'll come back to the intro there. What I want to look at then, first of all, is metadata. So you're using lots of video tags here, which is good. I must profess I don't know too much about the geography of Pakistan or the keywords here. What I will say is that your keywords tend to be relatively long, but however, your channel is certainly well established, so maybe breaking into these areas may be good. You could perhaps include, I guess, traveling along the river Jhelum as an example, just to get some longer keywords. But things like train sounds, express train, travel, trip, kids train, kids journey, they may not necessarily strictly relate to the content, so you may want to think about rewording them. Another thing also to think about here is, I know that your content seems to be in English, but I think is the language in Pakistan Urdu. I do apologize if I'm wrong there, but you may have opportunities here for cross-language promotion, so you might want to include some keywords in another language as well. So the same keywords, such as the Malkai railway station junction, you may want to include that, since you're ranked #1, as in the other Urdu language as well, if that's what you use in Pakistan. Again, I do apologize if I'm wrong there. I'm trying to remember my language and geography there. So yeah, it might be worth just dumping these ones like kids, trains, traveling, which are sort of very broad, and starting with Pakistan Railway, Pakistan branch line, Pakistani trains, that sort of thing, and then using those same keywords in another language as well, just an idea. But the fact that you're using lots of video tags is good, and you're including good keywords in your title, train, travel, might be able to just retweak that a little bit, like Pakistan Railway travel, or maybe just look at the keywords, see which ones might be suitable. I mean, let's just have a quick search on the keywords here. Let's see if I can spell it right first. So you may be able to include some keywords a little more like this, like certainly Pakistan Railway documentaries. That's certainly what falls into your area. Pakistan Railways 2018, Pakistan Railway Station. So there's a good list of simple keywords there that you might want to think about using both in your titles and replacing the video tags there. Also, I would say that your video is well optimized. So this is the new tool I wanted to show you here on vidIQ. It's pretty much 90% free, The controversial keywords area is the paid portion of this checklist, but everything else is free. And it will look at your titles, your tags, make sure they're optimized. So if your title was less than 20 characters or longer than 60 characters, we would advise maybe thinking about redoing your title. Tags, if there's more than 300 characters in the tags, you'll get a tick there. Descriptions as well. You're including cards, end screens. You've hearted a comment. You've shared it on Facebook. Have you shared it on Twitter? Do you have a Twitter account? Might be worth something to think about. But also here, you may want to look at your favorite comment and pin it, just so that you're really thinking about your audience and giving them something back with the content, with the advice, the conversation that they're offering. So this is a new tool, and we're going to be using this probably in every single channel review that we do today. And it seems as if you're pretty well optimized, Tara. And this will be one of the small reasons why your channel is so successful in terms of conversation. This is interesting as well that you're getting this is interesting here that you're getting quite a lot of views, but your engagement is low, so you don't have many likes, almost no dislikes, and you don't have many comments. Now, again, we don't really have time to expect really why that is. Is it because this video is being shared externally, maybe off of YouTube, where people are much less likely to engage with it? That would be interesting to know. But in terms of the comments that you do get, you're replying to them, even if they're very simple replies, which is good. But I guess do take on board the constructive feedback that you're getting, like please improve video quality. And that's what I was saying about at this point, you're one of the pioneers in this area, it seems like, for Pakistan train travel. But when more YouTubers get on there who perhaps have these video skills, you just need to be aware that their content could start pulling your audience away from you. Let's now see if we can get a short intro from this video.
In this video, you will watch Pakistan Railways Victoria Bridge, Malkwal Kushab branch line and kids' first time journey on local train. Its branch line begins from Malkwal Junction Station and ends at Kushab Junction Station. The total length of this railway line is 92 kilometers. There are 14 railway stations from Malkwal Junction to Kushab Junction.
So I think what the feedback might be there is that the frame rate seems quite low on the camera, so maybe you need to get an upgrade the camera. And I guess with every video that you make, you'll be looking at how to improve your content. So it may be worth just watching other travel documentary videos on YouTube and seeing how they present, whether there's anything that you can adopt into your own content. But in saying all that, Tara, your channel at the moment is growing very well. Your channel's grown 30% in the last month, 219,000 views in the last month. So fantastic progress, and keep it up. Congratulations there. That is the first channel review of today for Tara Support. So there we go. One down. How many more do we have left to go? It's over to the moderators now, who will be sending me now links in the background for me to pick up so that I can do the next channel review as seamlessly as possible. We've been working in the background to make sure that you get the coverage as quickly as possible. That's if my Twitter works, so I can actually get to these messages that have been sent to us. Let's see. Yes, I think I've got one through now. Thank you very much. Yeah, we've got it up, and the link has been sent to me, so we'll jump on there in a second. I hope you're enjoying this live stream, the vidIQ Tuesday channel reviews live stream. And this one looks like a very colourful channel that we're about to jump into, and it is TJ the Red Ninja. I think we can definitely tell immediately what the channel's about. It's about superheroes, comics, popular video universes as such. I don't know how many subscribers you've got because it looks as if you've hidden your subscriber count from YouTube, which is fair enough. You have 45,000 views, so we'll look at that in a. We'll look at the successful videos there. You talk about Star Wars, Marvel, DC, and give my opinion on topics. Okay, so this will be an interesting question for you, the Ninja Nerd. How do you find your audience when you jump from different topics? Do you find that the Marvel fans follow you onto the DC comics? Do you find that the Star Wars videos get more views, or the Dragon Ball Z ones? You've got quite... your passion is clearly these comic book areas, but as a small channel, you may have to think about being passionate about being passionate about one particular area and drilling down onto that one and making sure that you follow trends really quickly. Like, I can see here you've got Marvel and Thanos, and you better have some videos already released about Avengers Infinity War, which is due out in a few days. Another thing to point out here is that your channel banner is probably going to get chopped up a little bit in the mobile area. If people are looking at your channel on a mobile device, you will find that you will get chopped off about here and here, which means that you've got DC and Star Wars in there, but might want to check how your channel banner looks on a mobile device. Maybe just a bit more of a value proposition. You should be able to think of something creative in terms of the comic book genre, or however you want to phrase it. See, if any of you can think of a quirky way to present his channel in the comments, then by all means. I'm going to come up with Ninja Red slashing my way through the comic book genre, wah, or something like that. Maybe you want to not include that wah noise, and maybe you need to trim it down to about 10 words. But yeah, some sort of valuable message might be useful there. And I would say that the colours are a bit too bright, and there's too many colours going on. It's a busy channel banner, so potentially simplify it. But you have a channel banner, and that's the good start. Okay, you don't have a channel intro, and your first video is 11 minutes, so that might be a difficult stretch for people to check out your videos as they are to find out a bit more about your channel as they're visiting your channel for the first time, because you're not really introducing your channel anyway. Just want to mention as well, I'm seeing super chats come through. Vanessa's Vlogs, thank you very much. I do really appreciate the super chats. However, we don't do channel reviews on Tuesdays based on super chats because I don't want to create a financial barrier to people getting channel reviews. But towards the end of this live stream, I'll maybe see if I can take a quick look. But so yeah, I just want to address that as the super chat came in. What else do we have here? So you got comic stuff. You have the a playlist here. What is this? Just most recent videos, or is it specifically comics, books, stuff, playlists? You have your most recent uploads here. Wow, we're going to get onto something here as well, because your posting consistency is very, very high. Okay, so you got comic stuff playlist, and then a most recent uploads playlist. Then you got Star Wars playlist. So there's plenty of playlists there, and you do have a most recent one, which is good. And perhaps maybe you need to include, as I always say, a playlist that just sells your best videos potentially. Let's have a look at your videos and try and address then the consistency. you are posting a lot of videos. So you've posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos in the last 24 hours. And you've posted around about 17 to 20 videos in the last week. I would say this is probably a bit overkill in terms of videos. The problem is that you're not giving your videos a chance to breathe as such. It's like your subscribers get one video, okay, and then like almost 2 hours later they're getting another video from you, and it's just like, well, there's too much going on here. I can't follow all the videos, and I don't necessarily want to watch every single video that TJ the Ninja Red pushes out. What I do like is that you are covering content, trending topics, the Avengers Infinity Wars one, for example, and a official trailer of Venom, which is presumably a trailer that's just come out for them. So you are absolutely following the advice I gave you to begin with, which is excellent. I just worry that there's too much content coming out here, and it's difficult for viewers to pick this up. I mean, just as maybe a quick example, you can see here this video, it got 2 views, 11 views, and then this one that got 41 views was a gap between posting that video and this video, and then maybe another little gap between posting this Venom trailer one to the next Avengers Infinity Wars one. It seems as if subscribers potentially can't keep up with your content. And as for thumbnails, I would say it follows a bit of a similar pattern to your channel banner in that they're almost like a little too busy. I think probably the problem is that the backgrounds, if there is a background, is not... It doesn't contrast very well with the foreground, because maybe it needs to be a bit more blurred and a bit darker, so that just the front action is more vibrant than the background. It's almost as if it's like a thumbnail vomit almost. Like there's just so many colors going on. It's so difficult to really pick up what my eye can't really focus on anything in particular, other than the big words that say reaction and reaction and reaction and origin, director. Yeah, maybe something to think about there in terms of your thumbnails. What are your most popular videos is the next question to look at here and determine maybe why those videos were popular. So yeah, I mean, this video here, like Who Are Ray's Parents, it's like a clean background and 3 characters from the Star Wars movie, and it's a lot easier to really pick out something from the thumbnail here. You don't want to try and tell the entire story of your video on a thumbnail. You want to maybe tease an aspect of it, and this sort of thumbnail is certainly better in that regard. This one here is, it did well. I'm not sure why. Maybe, well, you maybe have some controversial views here with the likes and dislikes that I'm seeing there. And then, yeah, another sort of good example here with like a good foreground image contrasting with a blue background. So maybe combine these sorts of thumbnails with these sorts of thumbnails, and it may be a little better for the viewer. You can certainly tell from your most recent videos that if you mix them in with other channels' content, you would know definitely that the thumbnails come from you. It's just maybe a bit too much on the eye for a viewer. And I suppose just another thing is that a title like this is a really good title because it poses a question. It's like a teasy sort of thumbnail, and it's like, who are Ray's parents? You may find the answer inside this video. So that's a good example of titles as well. And you're using capitalized titles. Again, personal preference. Do you want to use them to have big impact on your thumbnails? There's nothing necessarily wrong with that. Right, I want to go to one of your most recent videos. We'll go to one of your most popular recent videos. Now, I suppose the other question you may be asking is, yeah, but I want to get all this content out. Like, the Venom official trailer is important now. The Avengers Affinity trailer is important now. So maybe release that on the day it's released. You could probably release the early reactions video the day after, because you've still got a bit of lead time until the official video's released. And then maybe the Tom Hardy one could be, this first reveal could have been the day before, and like this trailer's coming tomorrow as well. Or combine these two videos together, maybe like Venom official trailer, Tom Hardy first look might be an idea, just so there's less volume of content hitting your subscribers all the time. Right, let's have a look at specifically this video. We'll run it for, well, we'll let it buffer a little while before we look at some of the video content, and we'll look at optimization. So we've got a slightly better example here of the way this optimization tool works. Your description is saying it's too long. You probably want to have a description at least 300 characters. Why 300 characters? Because YouTube actually searches and indexes your keywords from your description. So it might be worth just expanding here, maybe include a longer paragraph about your content, and don't start your videos, your video description with "please like and subscribe. Let me know if you like my content." You can leave that until later on in the description, or maybe in a pinned comment. The first few words, lines of a description are so important for keyword optimization that you should be making sure that you include the content of your video in that description. Your tags seem relatively good in terms of Venom official trailer reaction, Venom official trailer, Venom first look. So love the fact that you're including Venom and trailer. You're reinforcing your tag over and over again here, your keyword. That's a good example there, and people probably want to follow this as a tag guidelines. I guess the problem is that I don't know how many subscribers your channel has, so I can't work out how many views your channel should be getting on a regular basis. What's your core audience? Is 29 views good? Probably not, because you have some videos with over 1,000 views. So yeah, a little too difficult to answer that question. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the content from your video.
You should be extreme.
All right, so a problem here is that your channel intro. Is that your intro to every single video? Because it was 25 seconds long, and we didn't learn anything about the Venom official trailer either at that point. So you want to be jumping straight into your content and having an intro which is much shorter if possible, because I wouldn't be surprised if your audience retention is quite low, like people are just falling off of your channel, off your content very quickly. Another thing I would worry about is, looks as if you've just started playing the Venom official trailer within your content. You may start to get some raised eyebrows from YouTube and potential copyright. And yeah, this just all looks as if it's this all looks as if it's trailer stuff. So is there anything from you in this video? There probably are in other ones. Is there any reaction? Let me just play a bit more of a video.
That look cool to me. The
okay.
teeth, like it's just,
so you are doing some commentary. Okay, I do
horrifying.
apologize. So
Scary.
yeah,
That's
you
how
are
Venom look.
covering the trailer, doing a bit of commentary on it. But yeah, I would just be a little wary of playing the trailer outright. And I would also say maybe work a little bit your production values if you possibly could. It might be worth taking a freeze frame from this image or finding some useful screenshots to project onto your video if you possibly can. So there are some good fundamentals here. Like I say, as the optimization is good, especially on individual videos. But the description probably needs fleshing out a bit more. The thumbnails, while are present, maybe need some tweaking to examples where you have had success on your videos, and maybe just think about the output that you're doing. I just want to check back on your channel and see how long you've been making videos as well. Let's find out, because you have got, what was it, about 45,000 views. So some videos have done well. Going to your oldest contents. So you started making videos 2 years ago. I'm presuming there's probably some gaps here maybe. And like you were looking at Dragon Ball Z at this time. Are you still doing Dragon Ball Z content? You did some Star Wars content, but you've kind of probably moved on from there with no Star Wars movies out until the next month, of course, with the Han Solo one. So you have been making videos for a long time, it looks like. So I can see that you're certainly developing your content by moving to custom thumbnails rather than the thumbnails being taken just screenshots from the games, which is good. But yeah, my immediate advice would be work on the thumbnails, make them more digestible in a few seconds, and maybe combine some of these videos together, make them longer if required. Could be a case of more is less at this point. But good luck with your channel, the Ninja Red. That is channel review number 2, and we are 40 minutes into this live stream, so we've got some work to do. Let's do some more channel reviews as supplied by our wonderful moderators. We've got one coming up now. Thank you, Vidoberman, for this suggestion. Sporting one of my invisible cups today. And this channel is a very young channel, very new to YouTube, just starting out on their YouTube journey. It is, here we go. So if you're a video creator, maybe just starting out on the YouTube journey, this is definitely one that you want to be looking at to see how you can start to develop some fundamentals. We are looking at Sage Kid, who has 14 subscribers at this point. We'll check to see how many views you currently have. So yeah, you've only been on YouTube for a few months at this point. You have 1,000 views, so really, really small channel at this point. You are Sage. I am new. You are new to YouTube. You like zombie and survival games, but you play any different games. Okay, so here's what you want to think about as a new video creator. Just think about what you're most passionate about. It seems here, Sage Kid, that you're passionate about zombie and survival horror games, video games presumably. That would be what, Resident Evil, just off the top of my head, House of the Dead, although I'm now giving you 1990s classic survival horror games. I would say, rather than saying that you play any different game, just focus on something that you're really passionate about and make videos about that content. And that may be finding out secrets that nobody's found on the game, or things that aren't being covered in specific detail on YouTube by anyone in particular. Because what we have here is Sage Kid, Gaming PS4 Mobile Laptop. And that means many different things to many different users. Like gaming, there's thousands of games on YouTube. PS4, millions of people own a PS4. Mobile devices, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people own a mobile device. Laptops, many people have got computers. So what message are you trying to say to your audience about this? I would start small and then branch out as you get an idea of a type of videos that you want to produce. And of course, channel banner wise, we want to see some more branding here. Maybe include images of the games that you're going to cover, or the console that you're specifically interested in. It feels like a bit of a placeholder banner at the moment. However, let's just roll this back to the fact that you only have 14 subscribers and you're only been on YouTube for a few months. You've already got a channel banner. You've already got a channel profile pic, although you probably, again, maybe want to change that because an X in this kind of circuit font is, when you're posting comments, people aren't really going to think too much of an S. Maybe you want to include a picture of yourself or more branding. You're saying that you're a sage kid. Are you saying that you're a wise gamer? So you may want to take a picture of yourself wearing a cape and a fake beard, just as a random idea. Let's go back to your homepage, and you've got a 40-second intro.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Sage Kid. Hope you enjoy. Go watch some of my videos, see if you like them. Subscribe if you want to. Don't subscribe. It's your choice. There's other YouTube gaming channels out there. If you like them, At the minute, I'm doing Zombie U, Fortnite, Dying Light, Metro, and GTA. There's just a few of the games I play at the minute. Oh, and Mad Max. There's just a few of the games I'm playing at the minute. They're my top ones. Hope you subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe down below. See you next video.
Okay, love the fact that it's a short intro, and in a funny way, I kind of learn more about you than I did with, say, maybe Tara support, because I didn't see Tara on the video itself. So already you're building up an element of trust there. That you're just being honest with the channel that you are and the content that you have, and I like that. Things I might do with the intro is I might include a bit of B-roll of the games that you're playing, and I would also make sure you record in landscape, or else you end up getting these borders on desktops and black bars, and nobody likes black bars when they're watching videos. Intro to my channel, go get a hot chocolate. You're tempting me to go get some hot chocolate. I really do need a drink. You told us what games you played there as well. Again, we have this issue of there's many people playing Grand Theft Auto 5. How can you add a unique twist to that? There's millions of people playing Fortnite at the moment. Is there anything uniquely you could add to those video, that genre? And I would also say the one thing that gamers are really hot on is thumbnails. We've looked at many channels already here on vidIQ channel review live streams where the thumbnails look spectacular, but they all look spectacular and they almost mesh into each other and look similar. So in terms of, I can quickly see here that in terms of branding and making your thumbnails more appealing to the user, you may need to look at them. Well, maybe this is an example, the Fortnite Battle Royale Death and Kill montage. This block of text maybe at the front is probably not going to be too appealing against other Fortnite thumbnails, which are big, bright and colourful, have massive fonts and colourful, chunky things that are really in your face. But trying to think about TG, the Red Ninja before, the thumbnail was still not too much in your face and like too much going on. So yeah, look at other YouTubers and just see how they put their thumbnails together, and maybe start experimenting yourself and see how you can not replicate but get to a point where they look competitive against other Fortnite thumbnails. And just another quick example here. On this thumbnail, I can barely see what's going on here. You have Zombie U as some text, but it's so dark here that I wouldn't be able to really work out what's going on. And season 2, episode 4. Again, we always have that worry about when you start to include episode numbers in. There's an expectation, perhaps, for the viewer that they have to go watch episode 1, 2, 3 before they understand episode 4, and it might switch them off from potentially watching the content. However, let's roll back again to what you are doing well on your channel. The fact that you've got uploads and you're uploading on it seems like a consistent, perhaps again, maybe too regular, too consistent basis. 4 videos in the last day. Can people... Wow, look at this. Somebody would have to be really dedicated to your channel to watch an hour of Neverwinter, an hour of Mad Max, 30 minutes of Zombie U, and a 3-minute video on Battle Royale. I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to end up with YouTuber burnout if you're not too careful, producing so much content so often. Try and spread it out if you can. I mean, probably for these Mad Max ones and Neverwinter, these are probably not recent games, so they're not trending games. You can probably spread these out over a longer period of time, save yourself I'll give yourself a bit of a rest. Popular uploads here that you have, and channels that you're subscribed to there. So we do have some playlists, which is good. So again, nice fundamentals for the channel. Let's have a look at your videos in general. We'll find out first how many videos you've made. Oh, you've made a lot. You make a lot of video. Wow. So I'm 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks away, and there's probably about 60 videos that you've made there. And in terms of the topics that you're covering, Metro 2033, Fortnite Battle Royale, Fortnite's... Oh, you've met up vidIQ there. That's an interesting one. That's probably the best video on the channel. Only joking. You've got something about South Park. You've got something about Mad Max, GTA, and then one's about Battle Royale. So here's something just interesting to look at in your content. The Battle Royale ones, in general, tend to perform better than anything else. So we've got one here with 17 views, 41 views. And then you had a series of Battle Royale videos here. Where were they? When you do a series of videos, it looks as if you start to build up a bit of momentum, perhaps. So like 5 views, 7 views, 4 views, but then 16, 17, 41 views. So there was a succession, and it fell down to 5 views. A bit of a succession of videos. Wow, that was a 7-hour live stream. So there's a lot to take in here. As a small channel, you're covering way too many topics for somebody casually visiting your channel to understand what your passion is, and if I watch one video, what's going to be the next video, and am I going to be interested in it? And with the content that you have, that's difficult to answer. I mean, true dedication for the volume of content that you're putting together. You must be doing a lot of videos, and it feels like certainly where the suggestion would be here is quality over quantity. Spend a bit more time maybe making a video and then editing it to be more palatable to an audience, just as an idea. But it's clear that you're certainly dedicated and keen and have a passion for video games and putting that content on YouTube. So there we are. You started 5 months ago. It looks as if you took a bit of a break, and then in the last 2 months, you have produced what looks to be about 100 videos maybe. So we're talking 3 videos a day, potentially. A lot of content. Let's go with this video here. It's a 50-minute video, but I want to look at your metadata. So what it's telling me here is that Video optimization, you tags, you've probably not included enough tags, and the tag wise, it's probably too broad. So like Sony PlayStation 4, Sony Interactive, those are your first 3 tags, but the video is actually about Fortnite. People are probably more interested in the Fortnite content. And it's Fortnite Battle Royale with Jeff. What does that tell the viewer? Like, so am I just going to watch 50 minutes of somebody playing Fortnite, or is there a particular theme or topic or something exciting that happened in this video? And I was certainly trying to include more of a teasy aspect to your content to try and get them to click and watch this video. And yeah, in the description, again, we don't know what the video is about. This looks to be a general channel introduction. You like zombie and survival games, but you play different games. Well, yeah, that's interesting to know from a channel level, but what is this video about and why should I be watching it? So in a microcosm here of who should be watching and why should they care, other than knowing that this is a Fortnite Battle Royale with Jeff. Is Jeff a character in the game, or is that your friend? Again, I'm showing a bit of naivety there in the Fortnite realm. And some general optimization things here. You've not included any video cards to maybe push viewers to more of your content. No end screens. So again, folks, from fundamental point of view, some things here for video optimization. In saying that, again, let's roll back. You are including video tags in your content, and your title does have a little bit of context, but it needs probably more. Let's watch the first 30 seconds of your video.
Ooh.
Tilted.
I swear this is... Oh, it's not usually... Oh no, we missed motel. Alright. Jump. Salty Springs.
Salty Springs? Alright, Salty Springs. Salty Springs. Salty Springs, son!
Bacon.
What?
Okay, so another thing to think about here. In 20 seconds, you've not introduced yourself. You're presumably playing with a friend. Is this the Jeff person that we're talking about? If you're going to... I guess you're sharing this directly from your console to YouTube. You still need to think about branding and telling your audience what this video is about. Like, hey, welcome to this. Welcome back to Sage Kid Gaming here. I'm with my pal Jeff today, and we're going to be doing some Fortnite Battle Royale stuff. Jeff, how are you doing? You have to think about who is going to be watching this and how can I get them hooked on the content. In terms of doing a long video like this, we don't know what the story is. I'm still 10 minutes now into reviewing this channel. Other than knowing it's about games, I don't really know what about gaming it is. So it's great that you have this passion and you're creating so many videos, and it's obvious that you love doing what you're doing. You now need to communicate to your audience why they should care about what you love to do and how you can get your audience involved in that. That was Sage Gaming, Sage Kid channel. And again, let's just go back. Hey, have we just added 2 subscribers to your channel? Is that right? That would be awesome if it is. Thank you, anybody who subscribed to Sage Kid Gaming there as we've been doing the channel review. I just want to say, I know I'm probably giving you a lot of constructive criticism about how to build your channel, but hey, you're a new YouTuber just starting out on this journey, 5 months in, and you've already produced like 150 videos. That is commitment, dedication, and passion, and just keep working at it. It's awesome to always see that. Sage Kid Gaming there with, I think, the 3rd channel that we have reviewed. Let's move on to the next one here. See who else we have on the vidIQ chopping block, so to speak. I'm being told that this next channel is rocking the chat. So let's go over to their channel and give them a review. Okay, this one looks to have a little more of the branding aspect. So I think so far we've looked at channels that do have potentially a good set of views, and they have some fundamentals in here. But I think this channel takes it a little bit to the next step. And I have to say, I absolutely love the channel name, which is the Bearded Jeeper. So it is a channel that looks to be about Jeep videos, product reviews, build updates. So we already know, so some good branding here. We have like the background, which is rustic, wildlife. We know it's going to be about something maybe to do with the countryside. That's probably a terrible way of phrasing it, but we can also see an image of a Jeep there. So we know when the Bearded Jeeper, I want to say the Beeper Jeeper, I don't know why, but the Bearded Jeeper is going to be, and the Jeep aspect of the title is about the iconic vehicle that we all know and love. This channel has 1,400 subscribers and joined in 2015. 70,000 views, so still a relatively small channel growing. We'll look at the description. What's up? I am the Bearded Jeeper wheeling in. Now let's see if I can get my states right. Is that New Hampshire? If it is, give me a lot of thumbs up in the chat there. New Hampshire and surrounding states, from mud to rocks and dirty socks. Nice cheeky description there. Say goodbye to shaky, crappy Jeep videos. I am attempting to bring the world of cinematography to Jeep videos, so sit back and relax and enjoy some of the epic Jeep cinematography. So we can get that through the fact that you have the camera in the image. So kind of like 3 fundamentals that we can learn here from the first 2 minutes of this channel review. It's about Jeeps. It's probably going to be something to do with a rural setting, and this video creator is taking a lot of care and concern with the content that they produce because they have a video camera in their hands. Welcome to my channel, Jeep videos, product reviews, build updates. So we know a bit of what the channel's going to be about. Right, okay, let's just pause that for a second. We have a channel intro, which is 45 seconds long, so it's a good length. Let's watch it and see what we can find out about the Bearded Jeeper. Very well produced intro, snappy. It includes several sections of what the content's going to be about. The one thing I may add, and this is something that really I probably need to fix on the vidIQ channel as well, is if you are going to have a channel intro, it's always good to hear from the video creator, especially if you are in the video yourself and you are kind of like the personality. Like the Bearded Jeeper, it certainly brings a lot of character to the channel, to the banner, but I would have loved to have seen you maybe talking directly to the camera and introducing yourself. So we go back to the Sage Kid gamer there, and we have that element of personality and character that we see, and could it be included in the intro potentially? It's a year old, so maybe you're thinking of updating your trailer. Just maybe something to think about. Oh, here we are. Lovely, lovely, lovely. You must have been watching some of our videos in the past. New here. I think you will like these videos. Yes, brilliant. You're trying to entice the audience into what your content is about, and that is brilliant. Showing off potentially your best videos. So we can clearly see now. And if we go back to the previous channels that we reviewed, I'm already getting a very clear idea of what this channel is about, and I've not even watched any of the videos yet. Good thumbnails here, Jeeps in varying states of precariousness there. You've got your most recent uploads as your second playlist. Good, so we know the consistency, which tends to be what twice a month. It looks like here. You're not maybe difficult to keep up. Are you finding it difficult with the content that you produce? That it takes a while to produce your content. Something to maybe consider there. But playlist seems relatively good to begin with. Let's have a look at your thumbnails and videos in general, which seem to be generally good. So yeah, I mean, you're including yourself in the thumbnails, which is you're clearly going to be a key element of your content. Try and include that in a channel trailer if you decide to update it. Now, I would say here a little bit, if your content is about, let's do a little bit of a test here. If your content is primarily about Jeeps, the brand, the company, the vehicles, are you including it in enough of your video titles? Just as a thought here. Because we've only picked up 8 references to the word Jeep in a significant number of videos. So maybe you're not reinforcing your keyword enough, just as a thought there. Something I picked up very quickly. But I will note here, just look at the difference between the thumbnails when we have a thumbnail here where the text is just completely drowning out the thumbnail, the image, versus these thumbnails, which are a lot more clear. You'd much rather see an image of what's going to be in the video and then the title. So, yeah, but yeah, just as an example here, just send it. That's going to be a little difficult for YouTube to help with keywords optimization, and just send it. I can't necessarily connect the title to the thumbnail. Just send what? Is it just send this trailer somewhere, or just send that Jeep careering downhill? Maybe just something to think about a little bit as you connect your content together. One thing I'm noticing here is that you've hit 1,000 subscribers 2 months ago and you're already at 1,400, so that seems like you've got a relatively good growth there. And here's a good example of some very simple branding. You're just including your channel, avatar, bottom left-hand corner. We can clearly see that all of these videos are from you, and obviously if you include yourself with that tremendous beard you have and a baseball cap, it looks like in most of them, you kind of identifying yourself with certain, I guess, clothing accessories like Casey Neistat and his sunglasses. It's you with your beard and your cap. So we're getting good brand awareness here of your content as well. Most popular videos here today are one's from quite some time ago, so we can't really judge them as potentially trending content right now. But it looks as if when you were doing builds and fixing videos, they were the most popular ones. Do you still do that now? Potentially something to think about as you move forward. But what this usually seems to tell me is that you were making videos a while ago and you were starting to build your channel, have some success, and then maybe you had to take a break. I'd have to look through your video timeline to find out that. But usually when all your popular videos are from some time ago, it tends to suggest that. But we do have some here from 4 months ago which have had some success. But we'll jump into one of your videos now. And I want a video where the first 30 seconds introduces you. We'll do 10 tips to make better Jeep videos. Let's choose that one. Optimization wise, looks like you're hitting it out of the park there. A couple of small things. You've not included some end screens, so when people get to the end of the videos, if they enjoyed it, you certainly want to keep them in your content, so add session watch time there. If you're not including end screens, just make sure you do that. And you haven't pinned a comment, so are you reading your comments and making sure that you maybe like the best one, or maybe using some of your own comments as pinned comments? But more or less, very good optimization here. Good to see here as well that you have some pretty impressive stats for the last couple of days. Your view count's up 10%, but you've had an explosion in a subscriber count. So is this because you produced a good video in the last couple of months and that's what's bringing them in? If it is, you want to keep those subscribers hot, produce more content if you can. Let's see, tag-wise, plenty of tags, and you've certainly ranked #1 for 10 tips to make a better Jeep video. Is anyone searching for that? May not be, so could think about some keywords associated to that. So 10 tips for car cinematography maybe, or 10 tips for making good car videos, just as a potential connection in keywords. But these ones such as how to, tips and tricks, iPhone, tricks, again, you maybe want to think about whether those keywords are worth using when they're such competitive small keywords. Let's do, so you, in your description, you're pushing people to another video, and you maybe haven't just included enough, again, in the first paragraph about what this video is about. It's more about making good Jeep videos, potentially. Right, let's have a look at some of your content now, the first 30 seconds.
So what's up guys, Bearded Jeeper here. Today I'm giving you 10 tips to help you make better Jeep videos. Alright, so tip number 1 is use multiple angles. One thing I really hate in Jeep videos is when I just see someone standing there with one single shot, the frame never moves, it's just standing there for 5 minutes watching someone, and now that is really boring and that won't make your Jeep videos awesome. So change up your shots, get high shots, low shots. Look.
So the intro is fine, like you got into exactly what your video was doing in the first 15 seconds, which is good. I suppose one thing I might say is that if you're, and this is very much a content critique rather than videos and channels in general, you talk about make sure the video includes different camera angles, but you've spent the last maybe 30 seconds here with a still shot, so no like pattern interrupt, no B-roll to maybe give us an example. We kind of maybe need a bit of more of a hot start here. But I know that I'm sure that people on vidIQ videos can certainly pick out things where I'm telling them to do something and then I forget to do it or don't do it in my own videos and it's picked out. So that's where you can get a little bit too picky. But just some general thoughts there on the content, but it seemed generally fine. I was just wondering, it all seems to be very much to camera. No, not completely to camera.
The more footage you have, the better.
Well.
Tip number 4. Now this may look a little different because I'm on
or is there some B-roll? Not quite sure. So I would have to watch more content, but it seems like the fundamentals of your YouTube channel are very good. The branding's well established. You're making good thumbnails. The title seems to be working quite well. Probably needs maybe a touch more work on your descriptions and tags potentially. But generally speaking, there's some good work going on there. The intro, I would say and again, I may be misinterpreting your channel completely by just watching about 2 minutes of one video. Your channel trailer had this very high octane, lots of camera changes, fast pace, and then we moved into this one about making 10 tips for better Jeep videos, and it was kind of a bit more slow and methodical, and whether your audience would connect with that, I'm not quite sure. Something to potentially think about there. Now, in saying that, you've got a video here which only has 250 views, but you're getting a lot of feedback on it, and you're engaging with your audience, which is good here. So I have no complaints there about your audience engagement, so that seems pretty good. the Bearded Jeeper there. I'm just going to go back to your channel layout and maybe just allow people to review that a little bit as a good example, a fantastic example of a channel banner right there. Hope you find the feedback I've given you there useful, the Bearded Jeeper. Let's move on to our next channel. And I'm told by the moderators, the Bearded Jeeper, that you were rocking the chat. So thank you very much for that. I always love people who rock the chat. Just loading up the next channel here. I maybe should have like a magnifying glass that just, this is like the buffering loading as my computer slowly turns the gears and cogs to bring up the next channel, which is, how am I gonna pronounce this channel? It is the Pegasus Angels gameplay channel. I think I'm right in pronouncing. It is. So we have the official channel of Pegasus Angel, Pegasus Angel, Professor Willow. Right. Okay. Couple of quick notes on the channel banner. If you've been following the other channel reviews, you will know that it's going to start chopping off your social media links about here. And also, you do have your social media links in there as well, so that's fine. Right, Pegasus Angel gameplay. It's about games. What sort of games is it about? We want to know that as soon as possible, because now I need to start exploring your channel a little bit to find out what type of games you play. You play various video games on your channel. It looks like a relatively new channel, relatively small channel with 1,500 views, 22 subscribers. Let's go to your home. Welcome to your channel. You have a trailer. Let's watch it.
Hi, you must be new to my channel.
I am new to your channel.
Or maybe you're just watching this again for the heck of it. Anyway, I guess you probably want to see my trailer, don't you? Okay, here it is. Go! Oh! What do I do? Hiya, come back! Let me out!
What I love about this trailer at the beginning is that you introduce first your humor and your quirkiness, and then we jump into your channel trailer, and it just almost seems like it stops dead. We're like 20 seconds into this clip here, and we haven't really got a payoff. So again, make it a bit more punchy. A 1 minute 30 trailer, try and shrink that down to 45 seconds and make it a little quicker if you can. And also maybe talk about yourself as a video creator, what type of games you play. Might be helpful at this point. But again, small channel, you have a channel trailer, we've got fundamentals here, and also the channel banner. Professor Willow, is that from a game or not? I'm not sure on that one. Games you've played. You played Pokemon, FNAF 1, Friday Nights with Freddy, sorry. My gamer insecurities, naivety showing through there. Pony Island, Marved Father. So, again, I think we're looking at another channel here which plays a lot of games. And which one do you, and you're flip-flopping between many, which video game is the one that you're really going to be passionate about and want to share with your audience long term? But you got the playlist in there, which is good. Recent activities. Excuse me. Popular uploads, which is good as well. So, again, fundamentals there from the channel. Thumbnail-wise. So, here's a good thing that you have yourself in the thumbnails with reactions. So you're taking a picture of yourself, presumably doing the cutouts, green screen, that sort of thing, or I've just discovered the lasso tool, magnetic lasso tool in Photoshop, which is a godsend for doing these cutout type images. I guess the usual question is, in terms of branding, your color scheme is changing quite a lot. So we've got like the red, orange, purple here. We've got full green. We've got purple and yellow here. It might be a good idea to maybe establish what some consistent themes you have yourself as part of your branding, but we may want to just include this here as well. I think if we just do a quick comparison here with a bearded Jeeper, just to give you an idea of how everybody should do custom thumbnails, but that's only really a quarter of a story. That a good thumbnail usually has one focus or two, perhaps, some simple channel branding, and it's very clear. So if we switch between these, where since this one, for example, seems to be very clearly about sticking a knife dangerously into your gums, versus this one where we can see we've got some Pokemon balls up here and some Pokemon characters that are maybe a little difficult to see. We can't really read the text there on this thumbnail, but you are in the thumbnail yourself, and it's getting a team part 5, so it's building a Pokemon team. You might just want to include these 4 characters as big images on your screen with you with a thumbs up, just to simplify the thumbnail a little bit in that respect. Like these ones here are simpler, and I think are more effective. I guess the problem with this one is that there's no, you've got like a curious look on your face and you're stumped. So it may be a good idea in this one to just tease the object, the game character, the graphic, something to tell us perhaps what you're stumped about in this particular thumbnail. But yeah, again, we have to roll things back and say that you've got a channel banner, you've got thumbnails. What about your titles? Stupid Fish Whoopo Part 3, Kids Like These in Friday Nights at Freddy's Night 2. People who know these games, are you able to follow? Are you able to follow what the titles are teasing here? The thumbnail should always be about teasing a story, and some titles work better than others. I guess this one is a bit clearer. First badge, Pokemon Green, tells you at least something that you've achieved, and we might encourage you to click on the video to find out more. This one has 14 views, which is 5 times more popular than some of your other videos, just as a small example. Do you have any videos that have got some popular views against them? So 3 years ago, we can't really look at that one too much. So yeah, we haven't really got any videos that have broken out here to really pick out something that might be successful to concentrate on with your channel. But as with many video game channels, we've got the usual conundrum of you're looking at a Pokemon game here, and then we've got some Pony Island ones here, intermixed with Friday Nights at Freddy's. And like your audience may be interested in one of these games, but not all of them. So maybe you want to just block out a month where I'm going to concentrate on Pokemon. Because Pokemon is sort of a seminal type of game in terms of trending. It's probably going to be as popular now as it is in a month's time, unless it's a big Pokemon Go update, for example. Same with Friday Nights at Freddy. The main peak interest is gone now, and it's just those who are interested in the content who are going to be looking for it, whether it be this week or next week. So perhaps think about a bit of consistency in your content. We'll try this one as video optimization review. Optimization wise, it's pretty good. Not really seeing any red flags there. Again, you don't necessarily always have to share your content to Facebook or Twitter, because you may want to do that through other means like posting a native video, which means that you're not necessarily sharing the link as such. So Pokemon Green, badly translated Pokemon ROMs, badly translated Pokemon. So that's some fairly good specific keywords if they're being searched for. A reaction to badly translated Pokemon games. You may want to do a bit of research and or look at if any other YouTubers are doing content on this and whether it's been popular or not. Good thing to note, though, is that with a small amount of views, you do have a core audience here. Like, you got 3 people are responding, and it looks as if you've responded back to them, and it's generated more engagement. So good stuff there. Welcome back to my Pokemon Green, the best translated version anywhere. So again, I think you've included some good keywords to reinforce your video here as well. Let's have a look at 30 seconds of your content.
As we slowly get monster balls because I wasted all my money on my rival last time. Anyway, if you like what you see, please feel free to subscribe. Also, don't forget to put in the comment sections what you think a good backstory for Turbo will be. I want it to be kind of a everybody makes it kind of thing. I think it would be really cool to have a backstory for Turbo, my Bulbasaur.
So I like the fact that you introduce yourself at the beginning of the video, and you're bringing in these YouTube, I guess, call to action type things, like make sure to subscribe. And you posted you set a question very early on in the video, which is fantastic as well. Something that you should always try and do when trying to ramp up engagement on your content is post a question. Get people talking about your content in the video comments. The one thing I would say is that, again, it's difficult for a viewer to really get engaged with the content when it's part 4 of something. It's like, maybe I need to watch part 1, 2, and 3. And if those videos are 20 minutes long, that may be difficult to do. Are people, I guess the question for you, Pegasus Angel Gameplay, is, are people what content has your audience most engaged with? Is it the Pokemon videos, the Pony Island videos, Friday Nights at Freddy's? I think gauge audience response and maybe focus on that content for a while. And Pegasus Angel Gaming, or Pegasus Angel, that doesn't reveal enough of what your content's about in terms of whether it's about a particular video game, a genre, and maybe include those graphics in your channel banner somewhere. You put Professor Willow, so I think presumably that's a Pokemon reference. Maybe you want to include a picture of yourself in some Pokemon gear of some kind, just to help reinforce the value proposition to your audience as quickly as possible, so we can get right into understanding your content. But again, let's go back to the fundamentals here. You are a relatively new video creator. You're producing content on a fairly regular basis, it looks like here. So we have a good 15 videos in the last month, so maybe one every 2 days, which is awesome. And I just want to wish you the best of luck with your channel as you continue to create content for your audience and engaging with them, which is brilliant. That was Pegasus Angel Gaming. We'll move on to the next one from our wonderful moderators. See how many we can get in for this live stream session. Thank you to everybody who's posting constructive comments and feeding back. It's all always really appreciated. And if you continue to do it, hopefully, as my moderators say, this guy's been really helpful in the chat. And so this person is going to get a channel review. That's how we do it here. We try and be as inclusive as possible. And what I'm never quite sure what content's coming up. So it's always interesting when we pick up particular themes. Like this one's been a little more small gaming channels, but I don't think we had any gaming channels a week before. So there was a lot of educational content last week in the channel reviews. So yeah, it's always interesting to find out what my moderators are going to conjure up for me from the fantastic comments that you have. And the next channel is lined up now, and it's how do I pronounce this? Beamed up. Not sure. Okay, so channel is, we have you. We have a picture of a cat. I can't work out what they are in the background. And beat up is, I'm not sure what the channel is about yet. And so we'll have to try and discover that more with a bit more explanation. Any particular reason why you've left black borders here? Is that because you have optimized it for the mobile view? It'd be interesting to know how this looks on a mobile view, whether it still cuts off some of your, well, not cuts off, but leaves blank spaces at either side of your channel banner. Let's have a look at your description, and your description doesn't reveal much either. I live in Dallas, Texas. I love making videos. What do you love making videos about? I still haven't worked that out. However, some good news here. You are a YouTuber who's been on this platform for a year. You very close to breaking 1 million sub. Whoa. Let me retrace my wordage there. You're very close to breaking 1 million views, so fantastic, brilliant, and you have 8,500 subscribers, so your content must have value. I guess you're just not selling it to the best possible standards in your channel banner and maybe your description. Anyway, let's have your... So that's not a channel trailer, it's how your channel started. But it'd probably be interesting to look at that in a minute. We're now getting some ideas here. So you have iPhone 10 is a joke. Apple is lying. Oh, these are your most popular uploads. So it looks as if it's about tech. And you've had some good breakthrough videos. In terms of playlists, I can't see when your most recent upload was. So we'd like to know how consistent you are as a video creator. That would be useful. Let's play your channel trailer, well, this video, and find out if we can find out what your channel is about in the first 30 seconds.
As a kid, I remember playing with old cassette-based video cameras, making a Spider-Man costume for my little brother and filming little movies of him rescuing my little sister from trouble. And later, when I was 11, I graduated to playing the roles of multiple characters at the same time in another little film.
Alright, although this is not a channel trailer, it is a good video for your audience because it tells a story and it's really setting the scene of your channel. What I like about this channel trailer is that you talk immediately about yourself and the things that are kind of making you who you are today as a video creator. Like as a child, I was interested in, I think it was tech that you said, and you had some good B-roll in there. So it was like a voiceover narration experience, which is good. And this is what we mean about finding out more about you as a video creator as soon as possible, understanding the person behind the videos and relating in a human way, and I think that's well established in 30 seconds there. Still not entirely sure what the channel's about at this point. Seems to be technology. We'll jump into the videos and find out. So yeah, there is an Apple tech vibe here that I'm getting. Why is Apple so expensive? So a good question there that you're posing. But it's a follow-on from this one. Is there any reason why you couldn't have combined the two? Because, again, splitting a video, which is probably falls right into YouTube's perfect video length wheelhouse of about 12 minutes. Probably maybe want to combine that. But anyway, I'm getting too transfixed with a particular video here. Noticing here that you have what looks to be a lower than usual like to dislike ratio. So are you producing content that's diversive? It's causing people to have some strong impressions on the content that you're producing. You're including yourself. Definitely the main character, main personality in these videos is you. And you've accessorized with some branding as well. So although you don't have a channel logo I can see in any of these videos, the fact that you have your channel name in your cap, which I'm still not pretty sure how to pronounce, it's maybe revealed in one of your videos. So you've done some content about the Samsung Galaxy S9, which was released a month ago, so you're looking at trending topics as well, which is interesting. And it looks as if you certainly are the star of a show. You're including yourself in all the thumbnails, and from what I could understand from the bit of the channel trailer that I saw, you are certainly a personable person, confident in front of camera. You seem to have good narration techniques, and I think that's probably where the strength of your content is. The most popular ones, as we were seeing in your channel layout, were ones where you were targeting a interesting or sensitive topic, or maybe a way to access technologies earlier than potentially possible, like Android Oreo 8 here as an example, and Bixby's announcement. So very much a tech vibe going on here, and it's not strictly related to either to Apple or Samsung or Android or iOS. It seems to be you're trying to merge both of them. And yes, certainly some good videos with some good success here, and it looks as if you're marching on to 10,000 subscribers quite successfully. I want to go back to one of your average videos and see what the optimization is like, and maybe see the first 30 seconds of it. We'll go with this one here about the Galaxy S9. Optimization wise, you're pretty good. Is this do you consistently not put cards in your videos? Might be something to think about. Here's a small general tip to YouTubers. Find out what your average view duration, if we just do a quick example of vidIQ here, the average view duration is telling us it's 1 minute 54 seconds. Try adding a video card just before your average view duration. So just in case the viewer is not particularly enjoying the content that they're watching, maybe if you put in a video card, you can get them to watch one of your other videos just before they lose interest and disconnect completely from your content. It's a small technique that I am currently testing. So try and post video cards 10 seconds before your average view duration drop off, and see if that has any small benefits to it. But generally speaking, your optimization is good. In terms of tags, you got some high-ranking tags here, like S9 first impressions and Unpacked 2018. I do remember those keywords being quite popular around the time of the release of the Samsung Galaxy S9, which is good. Lots of engagement here from your 5,000 view video, like 200 comments is excellent. However, just as I'm looking through your content, are you replying to any of these comments? You've got one love there. And yeah, it does look as if you are replying to comments. So that's good. And some long comments here. That means your audience is getting quite engaged there, which is, again, good work. Now, let's watch 30 seconds of your video. See how you are enticing your viewers to watch the rest of your content.
Yeah. Good afternoon. We're going to talk about the newly announced Samsung Galaxy S9. To start off with, I want to say that Samsung sounds really freaking serious about simplification over complication. They mentioned it several times during CES 2018 and during this live stream that just ended. So for all those who are like, it's too complicated, it's too many choices, they know. And
yeah, that definitely does seem to be the case, that you, as the host, are the star attraction, and I love your like high impact and personality when you're introducing the content, and you're not afraid to just put yourself out there and say to your audience, look, this is who I am. You're either going to engage with me as the video creator or you're not. That's fine. You choose what you want to do, and I'll concentrate on my audience. And this is definitely a good example of somebody really throwing off the shackles of worrying about being in front of camera and doing a good job of it. And that will be why you have so many views. You have so many comments and a high engagement level, as we can see here from the vidIQ scorecard on your content. So I say there's a lot of good things going on there. In terms of general advice, might be maybe a little bit of more work on the thumbnails. The thumbnails are good, but I think there is room for improvement there, potentially a little bit on some of them. But I can't see too many things wrong with a channel after a year in a competitive area of tech. And I know that personally. I was a tech YouTuber before vidIQ. To get 10,000, almost 10,000 subscribers, and sorry, not almost 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, close to 10,000 subscribers and almost 1 million views in a year. That's good going. And I would maintain the aspect of you being the star attraction of a show and being in front of camera and being inventive with the content that you do. So however you pronounce your channel name, I still can't work that out. It's, what is it? Beamed up? Yeah, you would have to explain it to me. Also, I think the channel banner just doesn't reflect your channel whatsoever. Where does a cat come in? I really haven't seen a cat anywhere, and it's clear that you're about tech. So include that a bit more. Absolutely, definitely get that in there. That was beamed up. I could be here all day trying to pronounce that channel, but that's the channel that we've just looked at. Let's move on to the next channel review. And I just want to say, Beamed Up, you've been extremely helpful in the stream during the review, so we do appreciate that as well. Very much so. Who have we got next for a channel review? I think we've done about 6-7 channels now, which is pretty good going. I'll just bring up the next one. Thank you to our moderators as usual. It's just loading up here on my other screen. That's probably why you think, why is Rob just looking off into the middle distance? And it's because I'm actually looking at my screen over here to the left. I can't show you on my webcam because whenever I move my webcam dies and then you just get a freeze frame of me. So I'm trying to prevent that from happening this week. Okay, we have another channel. This is going to be the biggest channel we've reviewed so far in this live stream. I'm just trying to edge forward in my chair. That's why I'm doing that weird rocking motion. It is another name that I'm going to have difficulty pronouncing. It's Doom Nerpa, I think. Join the Squid Army, 11,000 subscribers. This looks to be another gaming channel. You look to have a fixation on squid, but we can see from your thumbnails that this is what looks to be a Fortnite channel. Yes, and it appears that I am right here. So 11,000 subscribers, nearly 1 million views. Congratulations again for hitting the 10,000 subscriber mark and for just about hitting the 1 million view landmark. And this channel doesn't mess about here. Around here, you'll find lots of daily Fortnite content and live stream. If you enjoy, be sure to subscribe to the channel and become part of the Squid Squad. Fine, okay, you've told us exactly what your channel's about in the shortest amount of time possible. Fair enough, we'll get straight on to what your channel is about, which is Fortnite. You've got some good-looking thumbnails here, but I will add something to these thumbnails in a minute or two. Popular uploads. more Fortnite playlists. It looks as if before Fortnite you did some gaming and editing videos, generally speaking. So you got your most recent playlist here and your most popular playlist here, which is okay. Channel trailer, do you want to introduce one of them? It might be worth doing at this point. Video-wise, we'll see how much Fortnite you're doing. So, as an example to Sage Kid Gaming and Pegasus Angel Gaming, this channel is saying, I'm going to do Fortnite, and this is what I'm going to concentrate on. I may be interested in other video games, and I may play them in the background, but I am going to try and go all in on this particular topic, so at least your audience knows exactly what to expect when they return to your content. Now, these thumbnails, we've seen a lot of these in channel reviews recently, with these big, blocky, colourful fonts and good demonstration of two objects which are clearly seen in the foreground, and then the background is slightly blurred, contrasting colour in the background. And we always like some arrows. They seem to help with channels as well. The one thing I will say, though, is that if I did a general search for Fortnite thumbnails, would I be able to tell the difference between your video's thumbnails and somebody else's? Because there's no channel branding, I think, on your content from what I can see. So just think a little bit about making sure that your content is branded so we know exactly that we're going to be going to Doom Nerper whenever we watch any of these Fortnite videos. But generally speaking, good thumbnails. There's a good range of different styles, but still keeping the similar themes. I think it's this font that keeps it connected to everything else, and although this is big font, it's usually, 2 or 3 words, and it's not completely dominating your text. Like a good example here is that quite a lot of text here, new and free back bling, but you haven't covered any of your images. You've just put the image in the space that's available. So that's another good example when you're trying to build a thumbnail. Make sure that your text doesn't stand in front of the particular subject that you're trying to cover. Most popular videos are probably Fortnite ones, but there may be some legacy videos that are doing well, perhaps. Yeah, it looks to be all Fortnite, so you decided that you were going to double down on Fortnite content, and it's paying off. The channel's doing well. You seem to be growing. You're getting some good views on occasions, and it looks to be here that some of your more popular videos are free skins. So I guess when new free skins come out for Fortnite, that's an area where YouTube sees you as a bit of an authority. So just follow up on that when you can, if possible. And then you have sort of 2 videos here, like another skin video here, and one which is just a breakout video on loot. But again, good thumbnail techniques here. Nothing really too much to give feedback on here. It's all good fundamental YouTube stuff. I will pick one of your average videos. I mean, good work here on these 2 videos here in the last week that got a high amount of views. And I guess for you, it can just be a little bit of a struggle and a frustration when you produce one video that gets so many views, and then why did the next video not get that many views? Like, you had the loot one which got 300,000 views, and then this next loot one which has only got 1,500 views. It's like, why did this video not do as well? And sometimes it's just timing, right place, right time. Somebody shares a video. When you're competing against so many other Fortnite videos, you just have to accept that sometimes videos are going to perform a lot better than others, and when you have those viral videos, just ride that wave and continue to produce content until there's a definite pivot point and interest in your Fortnite videos starts to wane. But it doesn't seem to be at the moment. We'll choose this video as a typical example of your content. I hope there is nothing inappropriate here. What's going on? We'll check the optimization first. Oh, your perhaps needs a little bit of optimization. So what we're saying here, in particular with your title, it's saying that it's too long. The title should be between 20 and 60 characters. That's because potentially your title may get chopped off around here. Now, that may be acceptable because you're just wanting to include Fortnite as a keyword there in your content. But it's just as a little bit of a warning that your title may be too long to read on thumbnail previews, just as an example. And you're missing opportunities here. If you're not including cards and end screens, include cards to push viewers to more of your content. Include end screens, so at the end of your content you can say, thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see a follow-up video on this, or if you want to see more loot videos, or if you want to see more skins videos, we've got a playlist over to my left. And then you're keeping viewers within your ecosystem. So some small fundamental things that you could change there potentially. However, it looks like you are very much well established and knowing exactly the key type of keywords that you want to use for Fortnite. All of these ranking very highly. How much are they being searched for? Maybe not too much, but as a smaller channel trying to make your impact in Fortnite, I think it's certainly a good idea to target these smaller keywords, and it's only going to help with your general ranking and your influence in the Fortnite area, which you've been building up over the last few months. And something else here I've noticed, for a 2,000 view video, you're getting 300 likes, awesome engagement, and awesome comment engagement. I've never seen it engagement rate so high here for the number of views you have, which is fantastic. Are you doing a giveaway perhaps on this video? That might be one thing just to think of, but the number of comments you're getting is brilliant. So you really must be engaging your audience through the content. Just another thing I would say is, if you do have an opportunity and you do have time, maybe reply to a few more of these comments. I can see that you're loving them, but you're not always replying to them. You could maybe set up some vidIQ comment templates just to quickly reply to some of those comments if you have time. But if you don't have time and there are things more important, which is helping grow your channel, that's certainly something to consider. Okay, 30 seconds of your video coming up now.
Hi everybody, welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video. Hope you guys are all having yourselves a fantastic day as always. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a new category of cosmetics here coming to Fortnite Battle Royale in Season 4. Before we get into the video though, if you guys want to enter into a chance to win 13,500 V-Bucks, I'm doing a big giveaway for the month of April. All you guys have to do to enter is...
that may be one of the reasons why your video is done. Has so much engagement, but if that's one way to build your channel, then awesome stuff. I really like at the beginning of this video, first 20 seconds, you just told the viewers exactly what we're going to be seeing in this content. We're going to be looking at new skins for Season 4 of Fortnite. That's reinforced pretty much in your title. It's reinforced in your tags. So that's all awesome thumbs up stuff. So I would say, folks, if you want to see a model of a smaller channel that's growing very quickly, then you want to be looking at Doom Nerpuff. Even if you're not interested in gaming or you're not interested in Fortnite particularly, this is a good example of a channel that's growing very fast. Look at this. I think we've probably got 100% growth potentially on views, but we've definitely got 100% growth on subscribers. This is a channel that's going big quickly. I won't be surprised if this channel hits 20,000 subscribers in the next month or two, 50,000 subscribers maybe in the next 3 to 4 months. Who knows, 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you very much, Doom Nerper, for showing us your channel here and the awesome work that you're doing. It's very much a model channel, and congratulations to you there. Brilliant stuff. Right. We have a few minutes left, and at this part of the live stream, I want to open up to you a little more so I can read some of your comments and maybe feedback on how we've been doing in the channel live stream review. The next channel we're going to review, we're going to do it together. So, the last channel to be reviewed from our wonderful moderators will be when we have one. What I want to be doing is reading your comments, and I want to be just guiding you along. I'm going to be doing stuff like, here's the channel banner. What do you think of it? maybe what would you change? So the last channel is going to be, when we can bring it up on screen, is, I'm pretty sure I've seen this person posting some comments in other vidIQ videos, so do appreciate that. Okay, I think the channel's up, so let's start reviewing this channel collectively. As I say, I'm going to be asking you for your comments on this channel to find out what you think of it, and this is it. Depression Talks with Emmanuel, building a community that openly talks about depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. So this is a very interesting topic, potentially one that's difficult to talk about, difficult to approach, but I would first of all say fantastic thank you from anybody who suffers with these issues in their daily life, bringing it out into the open, talking about awesome work, Emmanuel. Before we even look at your channel, now let's get into the channel in terms of its fundamentals. Folks, what do you think of it? The Bearded Jeeper starts with a great-looking banner. I certainly agree. Looks professionally well done. A lot of people saying that they like the banner, so well organized. I would agree. It also includes the fact that it also includes your posting schedule. Just from a small tip point of view, check if that still appears on mobile devices. Dallas S tells us that the banner tells us exactly what the channel's about, which is brilliant. I agree with that. Beamed Up says the banner is friggin' awesome. I think we are allowed to say that on the live stream. And we're saying that one of the Pegasus Angel Gaming, one of the people who's had their channel review today, they're saying that you do suffer with some of these potential issues, so you're definitely going to check out that channel. So you've already attracted a new audience here. PNW Granny saying well done with good info. So yeah, I think that sometimes you have to establish a mood of a channel, and this is one that is certainly talking about more serious issues, and it does have a very functional but professional look to the banner, and I think that's great stuff to begin with. Right, I'll just have a look at the description. We'll see what we can see from the description here. If you can read it, any comments there, you can find out that the channel has what was it, about 800, 700 subscribers, 18,000 views. A good point there, Nerd Schmerd, saying that the banner makes it feel very legit, makes it feel like you really know about what you're talking about. So a good authoritative presence there in the channel banner, I would agree. I like the description here that you're saying that the first thing you put in your description is I love making you smile. So you're addressing your audience directly on a topic which is obviously very sensitive. And you're giving a bit of a backstory here in your description, which is good. Very thorough description. Some people are already talking about the thumbnails and the titles, so let's just get in there and have a look at them. Let's talk about the thumbnails and the titles here. Pegasus Angel is already saying that the titles are awesome. Titles such as How to Let Go of the Past and Move Forward When Times Are Tough. Remember this quote. How to Get Motivated with Depression. Does exercise help depression? So answering questions, bold statements, and the thumbnails themselves. What do you guys think of the thumbnails? Love to hear your opinions here. Fab Jumari saying that the blue box, I guess, on the fonts needs to be maybe a little transparent. Thumbnails from Shane Vlogs is saying that the thumbnails are perfect. Professional. And in terms of video consistency, we can see there's a lot of videos being posted. Seems like you're sticking to your schedule. Carol McNally, here's probably the key thing here. Perfect comment here from Carol McNally. Great consistency with thumbnails. Absolutely. You can tell instantly who this content is from in terms of the branding, the fact that you include yourself in all of the thumbnails, the fact that you have some text, and in these thumbnails I think more text is good because you really want to be strong and powerful with your message here. And it is about trying to raise awareness and a discussion. And I think including text here is useful. So Digital Jedi Master is saying here that you looks as if you just started using text. So let's have a little look. Okay, so there's an evolution of thumbnails here. You were using a consistent background every time about a month ago with this font that changes color a little bit. So you have done a rebrand. So here's an interesting opinion from you folks. What do you feel about the thumbnails? Do you think this looks better? So from like 2 or 3 months ago, or do you think this new style of the blue looks better with a changing background almost every time? Extra Sessions Media is saying that you should go back and update your old thumbnails. New ones are much clearer. 7 is enough. Simply says blue. And Nerd Schmerd is saying he likes a blue better. And yeah, it seems as if there's a general consensus here that the blue versions of your thumbnails are better. I'll just have a quick look at the most popular videos that you have. Are there any breakthroughs yet with your content? So it looks as if you, a year ago, your channel was in a very much a different direction. A day in the life of a graphic designer. So now we can see why you have such good thumbnails, being a graphic designer. And your topic seemed more broad before, like top 10 cheap dates and small YouTuber problems. So I think it's good that you've... Depression Talks with Emmanuel, you've now clearly identified what your main subject matter is going to be. And I guess at this point it's just a case of continuing to produce this content and building up the authority like Doom Nerper has in Fortnite. Guess my next question would be, when did you do this switch to talking predominantly about depression and social anxiety? Let's try and find out. Stop working so much. Do you accept this dare? Should you be honest? So it looks as if you've been on this new strategy for about 2 months, 6 weeks maybe. Would that be accurate? So very much at the beginning of this new venture with your content. But I would agree, this sort of production value, at least from the thumbnails at least, is of a much bigger channel. Another thing I would say is your video length is relatively small. So like 2 minutes here. The last 5 videos have been very short videos. You're trying to experiment with different video lengths. There's one here that was 20 minutes. Oh, these are live streams maybe that are much longer. Maybe you want to experiment with longer videos just as a thought. People are generally saying that it's an amazing channel. So interesting here that a BeatTM is saying, notice how when Rob is trying to find a direction, I'm reading the text in the thumbnails. Yeah, I guess I am. More of a time. I guess a thumbnail has a lot more impact on me personally when I'm looking at the thumbnails. Right, let's have a look at a video. We'll choose this one on when times are tough. See the optimization level of the content. Optimization looks good. You've included a good title, tags, descriptions, cards are there, end screens are there. haven't necessarily shared it to Facebook, but you may do that through other methods. You've pinned a comment, hearted a comment, good optimization done there. Tag-wise, when times are rough, when times are hard, depression and sadness, depression, motivation, when times are tough, remembering these things. I would say it's a good level of keywords and tags, longer tail keywords, really trying to find a niche in this topic that you're talking about, which is good. Let's go with 30 seconds of this video and see what you guys think. Let us know.
Welcome to Depression Talks with Emmanuel. I'm Emmanuel. I just got off work and I really want to share this message with you. If you're going through a hard time right now, if you are depressed, you just went through a breakup, you're going through financial struggles, classes are hard, work's hard, whatever, you're unhappy with your life, this quote really helped me out, and it's helping me out because I'm struggling a bit too right now. And the quote is this: in the end, everything will be okay. If it's not okay, it's not the end. I heard that quote today, and if you deal with depression like I do, the last thing you want to hear from somebody.
Okay, what do you think of the first 30 seconds of that video? Let me know what you think. People saying that they love it. How did you feel? Did you feel as if you got the gist, the value proposition of the video in those 30 seconds? Shane Vlog says the first 30 seconds is great. Sounds as if Pegasus Angel wants to collab with you here, Emmanuel, so definitely go with it. Living Manuscript says, certainly got my attention, a good intro, I like that quote. 7 is enough, great comment here, ready for more. So you've got the audience in the first 30 seconds. I would be saying perhaps maybe you can extend this out. The reason I say this is your average view time is 50%, which is good. That's a relatively good view time, but the video is only 1 minute and 30 long, and so see if you can produce longer videos that keep your audience as engaged with it. I also like the graphics that came up on the video, so you included like a bit of B-roll to do some sort of pattern interrupt, but it all seems good there. The walking while talking really works here, implies confidence. Awesome, yeah, I didn't even think of that, Digital Jedi Master, good point. Great to see a young man reaching out to the world on a serious point that is often overlooked. Brilliant. So people are certainly connecting with your message here, Emmanuel, and I would say at this point that you are inspiring people who may be struggling with these issues that you talk about and improving their confidence. And I think if you're able to do more vlog style content like this and just keep working at it for the next few weeks and months, you'll start to see that core audience grow with the content that you're doing. And you know what? This video is only 1 minute 30 long, so let's watch the rest of it.
Somebody telling you is, oh, everything's going to be okay, everything's going to be okay, because you're like, no, it's not going to be okay. You don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So this quote, it hit me because it makes me feel like if it's not okay right now, that does not mean that it's going to last like this forever. So I'm simply here to say to you, whatever struggle you're going through, whatever heartbreak, whatever financial struggles, whatever family, friendships, loneliness, anything that you're dealing with, keep on telling yourself that quote over and over and over again until you believe it in your heart. Because guess what? If it's not okay right now, that means that it is not the end. It is not over. Life is not done. You will get through this. We will get through this together. Of course, we are in this journey together, so hit that subscribe button to join this awesome community that openly talks about depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. And also, check out some other videos if you feel like you need some.
I would say that's pretty much a perfect video, other than you could probably make it longer. People were saying, I'm sure in the comments, that you speak with an authority and you do something that I wish I could do more, which is just speak more slowly and concisely and get the thoughts from my head to my lips more energetically and without stumbling over my words. But you were able to do it while walking with a camera in your face, talking about very sensitive issues. So I would say there, a round of applause here to Emmanuel for the final channel there of inspiration. And I hope you and Pegasus Angel maybe can do some collaboration. And I hope you've gained a few more subscribers from that channel review. And that, folks, brings to an end channel reviews for today. It's been an absolute honor as usual. I am sorry if your channel was not reviewed today. Unfortunately, we can't review every single channel in this live stream, as I'm sure many of you do want your channels reviewing. And if you continue to come, the moderators are always saying that this person's been in a few live streams with constructive comments, and we try and battle on them if we can. And we're always keeping an eye. It's not just this live stream where your contribution is valued and may get you a channel review. So I would say just keep coming back. And if you are contributing constructively, we'll review your channel. And even if you haven't had a chance to have your channel reviewed in this one, I hope you've learned something from all of the fantastic comments that we've seen in the chat and all of the tips and advice that I've hopefully been giving to you and encouraging you to work on with your channels. Now, I did just want to do something here before we end this live stream, which is, I'm just going to go back here if my computer holds out here. We did have several live stream chats here, which was very gratefully received, but I just don't always have the time to respond to them. So the live streams are live stream super chats were Christian Country Boy, I Love Jesus. Thank you very much for the donation there. Vanessa Vlogs, $20. Thank you so much for the contribution there. But as I say, unfortunately, we just don't have time to look at these super chats through the live stream, so it doesn't allow me to just jump from channel to channel, and I don't want to create a financial barrier to the live streams. Sari Sock Tech 20, is that what currency is that? I don't even know. And Life in Food with 40 of a currency. Is that South African Rand, I guess? Sorry if I get the currency wrong there, but thank you so much for these super chats. I really do appreciate them. And this is why obviously I'm doing this at the end. And Shell Bisley as well, $2 from you. Really appreciate all these super chats. And again, I do put this in the channel the video description that super chats do not guarantee a live review in these channel reviews. Stay tuned, however, because we may have more information on channel reviews in the future and how we may be upgrading them, but that's still in the very early days. Okay, we're going to end the show here. If you want to say your goodbyes, make sure you put them in the live chat now. As I say, we here at vidIQ are the YouTube channel and YouTube tool that helps you get more views in less time. You've seen some of those tools in this live stream with the video optimization tool. There's a link in the description. It is free to download, and the video optimization tool that you saw a lot of today is free. And then there are paid tiers beyond that. We just recommend downloading the tool, and if you enjoy it and you want more tools, then think about how to take your channel to the next level. So goodbye to Monkey HD, Gomez San, Mac, Tawish, Lindsay Lou. Goodbye, Doberman and Extra Session Media. Thank you, as always, for your moderations. You've done an excellent job. Lefty Drummer Lang, goodbye to you. Bodegay Geek, Fab Jamura, Pegasus Angel Gaming, thank you very much for your contribution today in the live stream. PNW Granny, you as well. Your Real Estate Whisperer, I've not seen you today in the live stream, but hello, the webcam is still working. Fantastic Adventures, VIP Man YT, Digital Jedi Master, Carol McNally, Hunter03, Shane Vlogs, Kronos, Artist Matthew Harvey, Sunset Van Wyke. Yes, thank you all of you for your goodbyes, and we'll see you, as always, in the more casual Friday feeling live stream. Until then, enjoy the rest of your video making day. Bye for now.